online classes. Actually, we have discussed yesterday that is about Nernst equation. Today we will continue that part. So, what is the relation between Nernst equation and equilibrium constant? So, that is relation between Nernst equation and equilibrium constant. Relation between Nernst equation and equilibrium constant. Equilibrium constant. If you see for a galvanic cell, now it is considered galvanic cell. Okay. So here the concentration of the ions are more. The concentration of the ions are more. What happens? These ions are accumulate on surface of the electrode. Accumulate on surface of the electrode. Now the electrons, releasing electrons are now less. After some times, what happens? The electrons are not transferred from anode to cathode. It means what? Current is, means electrons are not transferred, means here what? Current is not generated. Not generated. So that is why what happens? Here the concentration of the, at some time, the concentration of the zinc and concentration of the ions are exist at equilibrium. Exist at equilibrium. So exist at equilibrium means now the ratio of zinc ions and ratio of copper ions are called, means exist at equilibrium. That is taken as a case. Taken as a case. So from Nernst equation we can written as E cell is equal to E naught cell minus 0.0591 by n log Zn plus 2 ion concentration by Cu plus 2 ion concentration. Ion concentration. But the concentration of the Zn plus 2 Cu means that ions plus 2 Zn plus 2 Cu plus exist at equilibrium. So that is why we have to take it as Zn plus 2 by Cu plus 2 ion concentration. We have to take it as Kc. Taken as Kc. Now E cell is equal to E naught cell minus 0.0591 by n log Kc. If these two are exist at equilibrium means the electrode potential also zero. Electrode potential also zero. Now we can written as E cell is equal to 0. E cell is equal to 0. Now we can written as what? E naught cell is equal to 0.0591 n log Kc. Log Kc. This is called relation between standard electrode potential and equilibrium constant. Here Kc is called equilibrium constant. Equilibrium constant. This is relation. So this is very very important. Next one, what is the relation between Gibbs energy and electrode potential? So that is relation between Gibbs energy and electrode potential. Electrode potential. Actually, in galvanic cell, chemical energy is converted into electrical energy. Means what? Chemical energy is used as some useful work, converted into useful work. So chemical energy in galvanic cell, chemical energy converted into some useful work. So that is why the Gibbs energy is decreases. So Gibbs energy is decreases. So here Gibbs energy is denoted with G is equal to the generally Gibbs energy is equal to electrode potential into the number of moles of charge passed. How the chemical energy is converted into electrical energy? How means if the number of n moles of charge is passed, then electrode potential is converted into electric energy. Means that energy is converted into electric energy. So the Gibbs energy negative decreases is equal to electrode potential into moles of charge passed. N moles of charge is passed. So here minus G is equal to electrode potential is considered E cell into here N moles charge is means nothing but Faraday F into F. Now we can written as minus G is equal to NF E cell, but here G is equal to minus NF E cell. Here N is equal to number of electrons involved in reaction. For example, Zn plus Cu plus 2 is gives rise to Zn plus 2 plus Cu reaction. What is the N? N is equal to, for this N, G is equal to minus 2F E cell. So this is for galvanic cell G value, Gibbs energy. Right. So this is when This Gibbs energy we have to express in standards. That is called standard Gibbs energy. Standard Gibbs energy. So at measured certain temperature at standard conditions. Now it is called standard Gibbs energy. Standard Gibbs energy. Now, how to express standard Gibbs energy? So here standard Gibbs energy G star is equal to, that is minus NF E naught cell. Here G star is equal to standard Gibbs free energy. Gibbs free energy. Right. So this is electrode potential and Gibbs energy. Next, what is the relation between Gibbs energy and equilibrium constant? So the relation between Gibbs energy and Kc, G is equal to minus R, that is RT minus RT ln Kc, ln Kc. G is equal to, can convert into minus 2 point, that is 2.303 RT log Kc. So this is relation between Gibbs energy and equilibrium constant. Right. This is next equation related everything. Next concept is electrolytic conductance, means conductance of electrolytic solutions. Conductance of electrolytic solutions. Conductance of electrolytic solutions. Next one is conductance of electrolyte solutions. Electrolyte solutions. So the materials can be classified into three types based on conductivity. The materials classified into three types. Three types based on conductivity. That is, first one is conductors. Second one is insulators. Third one is semiconductors. First one is, what are conductors? Conductors means the substance which allow the flow of current through in it. The substance which allow the flow of current through in it. At certain temperature, at a given temperature. At a given temperature is called conductance. Examples: metals, metals and aqueous NaCl, etc. These are the metals, also good conductors. Aqueous NaCl also good conductor. Okay, so this is. Now conductors are classified into two types. Conductors classified into two types. First one is metallic conductors. Second one is also called electronic conductors. Second one is electrolytic conductors. These are the types. Now, what are the metallic conductors? What are electronic conductors? See once. So, metallic conductors means the metals which allow the flow of current. Means the flow of current in metal due to movement of electrons, not ions. So, in metallic conductors. Next one is metallic conductors. Also called what? Electronic conductors. The movement of current. So metallic conductors means what? The movement of current means metallic conductor means these are the metals to allow the current through in it. Movement of current is take place in. But how the current is take place? How the current is produced means due to transfer of electrons. So the movement of means the flow of current means metals or conductors due to movement of electrons. These are the conductors. Due to flow of due to electrons. Due to that is what? Movement of electrons. Due to movement of electrons. Right. For example, aluminium, copper, ferrous, etc. All the metals, they are good conductors. What are the factors? So metallic conductors which depends upon some factors. So metallic conductor depends upon the following factors. First one is nature of metal and shape of metal. So nature of the metals means some metals they containing less number of electrons, some metals they contain more number of electrons. Okay, that is why metallic conductor depends upon shape of nature of the metal and the number of electrons present in valence cell per atom, present in valence cell per atom. So as I said, some elements they containing less number of valence electrons, some metals, some are containing more number of electrons. More number of electrons means that is more conductivity, less means less conductivity. But anyhow, those are conductors. If number of electrons are increases means what, the conductivity also increases. If decreases means what, conductivity also decreases. Next one is temperature. Generally, when temperature is increases, the metallic conductivity is decreases. This is very important. What happens when temperature is increases? When metallic conductivity of metallic conductors. So that is, temperature is increases, the metallic conductivity is decreases. These are the factors which influence the metallic conductors. Next one, what is electrolytic conductors? So electrolytic conductors means these are the conductors due to movement of ions. These are conductors due to movement of ions. Example, aqueous, NaCl, KCl, that is etc. These are the examples. So now what are the factors? So here factors, first one is nature of electrolyte. So nature of electrolyte means electrolytes also they produce ions. Some electrolyte they produce 2 ions, some electrolyte they produce more ions. That is nature of the electrolyte. Second one is temperature. Here temperature is increases, the electrolytic conductivity increases, because when temperature increases means the production of number of ions are increases. That is why when temperature increases, electrolytic conductivity is increases. Next one, that is concentration of ions and size of the ions. Concentration of the ions and size of the ions. These are the factors to affect the influence the electrolytic conductors. So tomorrow I am going to explain what are the difference between metallic conductors and electrolytic conductors. Right? Thank you.